I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Late morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Look at this. I took a shower. That's all it took for this poof. I mean, my goodness, it's crazy. I need a trim. Bigly. I'm just coming at you wobbly to have another walk down memory lane. Here's, this is my lounging folder. And look, we have a black garbage bag there. Held up with my little magnets in order to prevent tomato guts from going everywhere. Yeah. Oh, nails. Yeah, I painted my nails again. I'm not happy at all with the polish. It chips too easily. Painted them to cover up my beet stains. I have beet stained fingernails, ladies and gentlemen. And Mother gave me... I'm going to have to do something with this hair. I can't even stand looking at me. Mother gave me some surgical gloves, so there's no chance of paint chips arriving in a pint of beans or something like that. Oh, good gravy, hold me. Maybe I'll try to just tamp it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Here's my lounging folder. Lounging with Lisa show info, it says. Walk down memory lane here, ladies and gentlemen. And these are all the loungers of the week that have been... I mean, and there's another page, and there's, you know, more stuff or what have you. But I thought that I would whip out the Labor Day stuff, and maybe I'll go over a few Labor Day things with you. Isn't this fun? Just play along, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It's the only fun I'm going to have today, really, I think. Although I might do a little bit of painting, but I have to clean up the sunroom and just do things, and then we're canning today as well, and I'm not sure what time. I'm going to pause. What a concept. I'm finding things, but I thought that I had some of the redneck information. You know, the redneck, that was a labor-type movement deal, and they wore the red bandanas around their neck. You'll have to look into it, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you can handle searches on the internet. I have the utmost faith in you. Here's some Eugene V. Debs jazz, and we did go over this. I just thought I'd read you a little bit. History of Labor Day. The U.S., the history of Labor Day. Why am I having such a difficult... Every year, workers across the United States celebrate Labor Day on the first Monday of September. And by the way, while I have you, summer is not over. It drives me crazy when everybody's like, oh, it's over, it's done. Summer's just exited stage left, all because it's Labor Day. I believe summer ends on September 21. Let me just be sure about that. September 22, it says September 23 is the first day of autumn, ladies and gentlemen. So, okay, where was I? It's seen as a marker of the end of summer. God. The start of football season, oh, that's important, and the return to school for millions of students. But what is the origin of this holiday? What is its relation to the internationally celebrated Labor Day on May 1st? Ooh, these and other things might be answered here in this little video. This might be kind of long. I don't know how far I want to go with this. Depending on the source. It was... See, songs pop into my head. I was going to burst into the theme from Mr. Ed. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on the source, it was first proposed in 1882 by either Peter McGuire or Matthew McGuire to the Central Labor Union of New York as an official workers' holiday. McGuire was General Secretary of the Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners. Oh, I get it. The Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners. And a co-founder of the American Federation of Labor. Matthew McGuire was a machinist and a member of the International Association of Machinists. I'm going to try to make this exciting because reading to people isn't... Most people, you know, it's kind of boring. Both were members of the same branch of the Socialist Labor Party. Oh, my God! Pearls will be clutched on that one, regardless of who is ultimately responsible. Labor Day originated in the labor movement and was conceived of by socialists. Oh, my word! I had no idea. That's a joke for those who don't have a sarcasm meter. All right, the first Labor Day was celebrated on September 5, 1882. In New York City, the Department of Labor claims on their website that the holiday was originally imagined as an innocuous celebration with speeches by prominent men and women introduced later as more emphasis was placed upon the economic and civic significance of the holiday. That was a quote, sorry. However, the fact is that the first Labor Day saw 10,000 workers march from City Hall past Union Square to 42nd Street as a part of an unpaid day off to give speeches and voice their discontent with the bosses. This was not simply the festival for the recreation and amusement of the workers and their families. That was also a quote. That's the Department of Labor website claims. Ooh, that Department of Labor. Shenanigans afoot. Its origins lie clearly within the militant labor tradition of this country and of the international working class. I have to get a drink of coffee. Okay, I'm just going to kind of skim over certain parts. I could probably tell you where to find this, maybe. I don't even know. I printed it out. To understand why the government declared Labor Day a national holiday in 1894, we need to look at what was going on in that year. 1894 saw several labor explosions surrounding May Day, which the First Congress of the Socialist International had declared International's Worker Day in 1889, in memory of the martyrs of the 1886 Haymarket Massacre in Chicago. On May 1st, 1894, May Day riots began in Cleveland as millions who found themselves unemployed following the Panic of 1893 took to the streets to demand that their grievances be heard. On May 11th of 1894, workers of the Pullman Palace Car Company struck. That means they went on strike, ladies and gentlemen. They were soon to be joined by Eugene Debs, American Railroad Union, which efficiently shut down rail traffic out of Chicago. The president, Grover Cleveland, reacted harshly, sending troops, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand this, to put down the strikers. Yeah, it's true. Bloodshed and further uprising followed. Debs was jailed, and the strike was finally put down in the middle of June. Let me see where I can go from here. Where do we go from here now that all of the children are growing up? I'm just going to continue. The bosses and their government were clearly fearful of the May Day riots and the Pullman strike. One reason for their fear was that the memory of the Paris Commune of 1871 and the 1877 general strikes and uprisings across the U.S. were clearly on their minds, and this explained President Cleveland's trigger-happy response to the strike. Days after the strike was put down, Cleveland pushed a proposal for an officially recognized Labor Day through Congress, which passed unanimously. It was declared officially on June 28, 1894, and was first celebrated in September of that year. This might be good for some of the across-the-ponders. Actually, I think it's really interesting. I didn't know a lot about how... Like when I was in Houston Community College back in the day, is when I kind of learned about a lot of this, workers being killed and whatnot by the security that was put in place by the big bosses and owners of all these ventures. Gosh, I hope that made sense. Okay. We'll skip over to here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, almost done. Regardless, it has clearly had the side effect, probably intended, of drawing American workers' attention away from the more clearly militant May Day. Yeah, I guess that's why they're saying that's why they put it in as a national holiday. In fact, it is ironic that May Day is currently not officially celebrated in its country of origin, although in recent years the immigrant workers movement has taken up its banner. Nonetheless, Labor Day also has a militant tradition and an origin within the U.S. labor movement itself. And then they're talking about how there's room in the calendar for 2 of these days. And, you know what? I just probably am going to be done. I'll read a couple of quotes from Eugene V. Debs at this point. Okay. I am not a labor leader. I do not want you to follow me or anyone else. If you are looking for a Moses to lead you out of this capitalist wilderness, you will stay right where you are. I would not lead you into the promised land if I could, because if I led you in, someone else would lead you out. You must use your heads as well as your hands and get yourself out of your present condition, as it is now the capitalists as it is now, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. As it is now, the capitalists use your heads and your hands, as quoted in Life of Eugene Debs by Stephen Marion Reynolds. Blah, blah, blah. So, at any rate, I guess that's all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm approaching 10 minutes, but I believe you can find Oh, well, Eugene V. Debs, they have an official site for him. You can check this jazz out yourself. It's really interesting. And believe it or not, I guess I'm going to go over 10 minutes. Believe it or not, ages ago when I used to watch television, Billy Ray Cyrus, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was. He did like a documentary on, I don't know where it was, the Country Channel, I don't know, about the rednecks, you know, the history of rednecks and all things redneck. And that's where I first learned about the whole bandana redneck tie-in. Get it? Tying a bandana. Yeah. This light is glaring off me. It's because I'm so wonderful and pure. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this day in Labor Day history. I don't know. This moment in Labor Day history. I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you for lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others. Drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say. And please don't have the urge to scratch behind my ears just because I look like a sheepdog. What else do I have to say? I think that's all. I am going to work on a game at some point when I'm done cleaning. Yeah, for next weekend. Not sure if I'm doing a doubleheader or not. I'll keep you posted. Love you. Bye. Thank you for putting up with this.